Happy Friday. I have the day off considering it's the day after the 4th. And I'm up still at 5 a.m. studying. But I woke up with something on my mind that I went to bed with. So a while back, I had a young lady inbox me on Facebook regarding my YouTube videos about one of my girls' fathers taking me to court. And her question to me was that her husband was enduring some trying times with his children's mother, and that she suggested to him that he take her to court. Now, I end up on the phone last night with a man who feels as though he needs to take his kid's mother to court and just try to get custody. So my question to him was, are you trying to get custody or are you trying to avoid paying child support? So here's the thing that I had to give both of them, because at the end of the day, that whole thing where men are taking women to court to avoid child support, it never works out well. I'm going to tell you that right now. And it's not just that it doesn't work out well for the man. It doesn't work out well for the custodial parent either. I had, in this lifetime, I've paid out roughly somewhere close to $20,000 in attorney fees. That's not including the court costs I had to pay. I had a case that went on for over 10 years because my middle daughter's father chose to take me to court and say he wanted custody in order to avoid paying child support. Now, here is the stinger with this. And yes, I started telling this story on my YouTube channel. I don't think I posted it anywhere else. It is on my YouTube channel, and I don't think I finished the story. But in a nutshell, basically what happened is that I had never took him to court. I had never asked him for child support. He was someone who was from the streets. So those of you that speak that language understand what I'm saying. There was nothing that I was going to be able to get from him. You can't make people like that get a job. So it was like everything he did was to inconvenience me. I shared this on the YouTube channel, but I'm going to say it again because it was a whole trip. He served me at my job. The sheriffs actually came to my job. Now, those of y'all who know me know that I have always worked in corporate. I have always worked for billion-dollar organizations. And so for the sheriffs to walk into this glamorous lobby, I at least had the courtesy of the woman that worked at that front desk call my desk and tell me, I'm not sending them up. I think you should come down. He served me at work. They was like, you've been served. And I was like, what is this? They were very nice about it. I don't know if they knew the case or what was going on, but I'm pretty sure they were just as confused as the judge was the first day that I showed up to court, considering I walked from my job in the loop to the courthouse in the loop. And I had on my name badge. I had on my heels. I was dressed for work. And the assumption the judge had was that I was the attorney for the other person listed on the case, which was me. She asked me if I was the attorney for me. I said, no, I am her. And she looked at me and raised up. And she said, don't you work in this building? I said, no, ma'am, I work over on Wacker. And she said, you have a job? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, does the child live with you? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, oh, this is going to be good. Because here's the thing. When men show up and they taking their child's mother to court for custody, there's usually something wrong with that mother. And here I am showing up from work. So it went downhill because his thing was to inconvenience me. I was forced to get an attorney because I kept having to take off work for these court dates, and there was a lot of them. I was forced to get an attorney. That court case, because I ended up with another one that read the same way, the daddy versus me. That court case lasted over 10 years. I went through 4 attorneys, and we had to split the cost for an attorney for my child. Let me explain something to you all. I'm not on here telling y'all my business just to be telling it. I'm on here because part of my assignment in the earth is to help the next person because of my testimony. It is not worth it to take your baby daddy or your baby mama to court in order to satisfy some type of emotional, stirred up, wretched feeling that you have within. And most of the time, people are upset about what did not work out. We all got to go get some type of help for our losses. A breakup is a loss. Grieving is not just death. Grieving is loss. And some of y'all who don't agree with the relationship ended, y'all need to go get help for yourself in order to keep from messing up a kid. Because this is part of the reason my kids are in therapy right now is because of so much chaos and confusion between me and their fathers. Now, granted, yes, before y'all go jumping in my inbox, I done already told all my business about this on YouTube. Y'all go back and look at them. Yeah, I have 3 kids out of wedlock. I've been engaged 3 times. I ain't been married at all. I think I put out a video that's called 3330. 3 kids, 3 fathers, 3 engagements, 0 marriages. It's not something I'm proud of. It's something I done had to deal with. I don't need nobody coming for me. 2 of them are grown. I got a 10-year-old. It's been worked out between me and God. That's all I can say. He keeps us afloat. But it's not the headache that comes with the back and forth in court, the arguing, the mediation, the counseling. It's not worth it at the end of the day because it all comes at a cost. And the cost to step in a courtroom is that you lose part of your freedom as a parent. And I'm talking to dads who think it's okay to take the mama to court because you mad at her. It comes at a loss to the parent. Not only are you paying out court fees, they're going to give you a schedule as to when you can see that child. The court then controls your relationship with that child. Now, me personally, I don't think it's worth it. My thought is get out your feelings and work this out for the benefit of this child because it's no longer about me and you. That's my thought. You bring a child into the world, it doesn't mean stay in a bad relationship so that y'all can raise the child together because eventually the child picks up on them bad feelings and vibes in the house. They ain't dumb. We need to stop thinking that. But it also means that sometimes y'all work better apart and the child feels more loved because both of you are loving the time that y'all spending with y'all child. Court order time is not where it's at. When you all get to the point where the law starts dictating y'all relationships with y'all kids and how y'all take care of y'all kids, it does not help the relationship with the child. I'm just letting y'all know, that's just my advice. If you're upset about what she did or what he did and your thought process is to take that person to court, I would advise you to seek some help to try to help you get over what didn't work out first before you go wasting your money on court costs, attorney fees, and eventually an attorney for that child, which is a separate cost. I can't get back none of that time. I can't get back none of that money. At the end of the day, all I could do was grow from that situation. I love you all. I hope you all understood everything I just said, and I hope that helps the 2 of you all that I had to speak to about this, as well as whoever else is going through this, because I'm finding that it's not uncommon, and this is sad. I love you all. I want you all to have a wonderful day on purpose.